Welcome everyone to the 13th episode of QCast. I am your host, Glory, and today I'm joined with Rocky Buttclench from Buttclenchean Ltd. Rocky, how you doing? You doing good?
Yes.
And I'm also joined with Cringey Buttclench from Buttclenchean Ltd. Cringey, how you doing?
Hello, everybody!
Great. Just
I have lost my mind.
we know.
Again.
So we got an interesting QCast this week because of some news that came out earlier. When was the 23rd? 23rd was Wednesday. So it came out this Wednesday. Yes, kick him. All right, Cringy, you're done. All right, bring him back in there. All right.
You fucking bastard.
Okay. Anyways, the first thing we're gonna talk about today is, if you didn't know, if your head's been stuck in a rock for the past I don't know how long, Dual Universe went to Gamescom. See, they're at Gamescom and they're still
No, I
there.
didn't.
Every every day they've been posting these pictures of their booth. So JC, I pointed to Nizeltar saying that he was GC. There's JC. There's Nizeltar. They're there. They're happy. They're they're just testing out their game and everything like that. They actually got a nice booth. I'm guessing by this picture they really like World of Tanks and World of Warships, to be honest. Um, so yeah.
There's a lot wrong with them.
I love World of Tanks. But yeah, they posted a few
Sadly.
things. They posted a few things. This is their big announcement, which we're gonna get here. We're gonna get to here in a little bit, and then they posted a very great pun that I only just got as I was going through their Twitter right before I started the stream. Gamescom Day 3 was cool, and they showed a picture of an ice biome. You get it?
It's a very bad pun.
Yes, it is.
It makes sense that they're French.
uh, anyways, also a guy from Space Engineers showed up, and he was in his suit, and I found it really cool that he had his phone like in his suit, like as a holder, like there was a holder for his phone in the suit. I thought that was kind of cool. I just noticed that again when I was going through their Twitter. Got more pictures. They made a ship while they were there. Um, I'm not a big fan of it, but you know, that's cool. Looks looks super cool. And they, of course, this is the last day of Gamescom, and they got someone from Star Citizen there. Someone might be converting over, so welcome to the team Star Citizen person. You'll enjoy it here because this time we'll actually be coming out with an actual game instead of your game. Anyways,
Blow,
so
blow.
low blow, yes. Oh yeah, free stuff is free stuff. I love the Dual Universe bags that they have there. They had a bunch of Dual Universe bags. I wish I could get one of them. That would have been sick. But anyways, so the big news that came out of this on Wednesday, our buddy over at Nova Quark, Nomad, one of the community managers over there, he made this post. It's a very long post, so I'm gonna struggle, but I'm gonna read it in full.
And this is going to go well.
I know, right? It always goes well when I read stuff. All right, let's do this.
Once upon a time, there was a pig.
His name was Glory. Okay, moving onward. So Nomad said, and I quote, "Hi guys, live from Gamescom." Oh shit! Wait, did I misspell Gamescom? No, I didn't. Okay, good. I thought I misspelled Gamescom in the description for a second. Live from Gamescom 2017 in Germany, we wanted to announce some news you have been anticipating for a long time now. Pre-alpha will be accessible to Gold Founders, Gold Founder backers and above, and the Alpha Team Vanguard members on September 30th. We just announced the news via a press release that will soon be uploaded on the dedicated section of our website. You probably noticed that we're calling this first public access pre-alpha and not alpha as originally intended. Why? Because we are not quite ready yet to switch the game into alpha, but we still wanted to honor our commitment to our backers. This first public glimpse of the game won't feature a proper game loop as we originally wanted, but after postponing the release a few months ago, we felt like a new delay was not appropriate. We think any additional delays, even though the game is not in the true alpha state we had anticipated, would not would not be in keeping with our spirit of our commitments to our community and backers. We decided it would be better to give you access to a game at an even earlier state than to delay again. That it would be better to give you a look at where we are rather than wait again for where we had hoped to be at this stage. We promise to be transparent and open, and we think this decision is the best way to keep that pledge. We're still actively working on a number of items that must be completed before we can truly call the game alpha, and bring you a better gaming experience. As with any pre-release software, please keep in mind that the game is still in development and that the pre-alpha version, while as stable as possible at this stage, will still have a number of bugs, glitches, and unexpected issues. Again, the game should be stable, and in parentheses here, as are the versions we are showing off at Gamescom and next month at PAX West, and parentheses, and playable. But this version is very early, and we ask you to set your expectations accordingly. That said, we feel this is your game as well as ours, and that your early feedback is necessary and vital to help drive our development in the right direction. What does it change for you? Not much. All gold backers and above prior to September 7th, as previously announced, will have access to this pre-alpha and future Alpha 1. New backers pledging after September 7th will get access to Alpha 2 at a later stage. The pre-alpha will not be accessible 24/7. Instead, we will be announcing times and dates that the single shard server will be available for testing. We'll make sure to give you plenty of advance notice of uptimes so you can plan your playtimes and testing with friends and other players. Because we are shifting from an alpha to a pre-alpha test, we may decide to ask all participants to sign an NDA, or non-disclosure agreement for any of you who can understand that, and agree not to share information, screenshots, or stream the game until the proper alpha release. When we said there would be a high chance of not having any NDA for the alpha, oh, you can barely hear me? Volume is all the way up? Shit. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. Hopefully this will be better. I turned my mic audio a little bit up. Okay. Sorry about that. Because we are shifting from an alpha to a pre-alpha test, we may decide to ask all participants to sign an NDA and agree not to share information, screenshots, or stream the game until the proper alpha release. While we said there would be a high chance of not having any NDA for the alpha, this pre-alpha is something else, and we don't feel it would be appropriate for streamers and viewers to judge Dual Universe based on this extremely early version. Once the game reaches a true alpha stage, the NDA will be lifted as we originally stated. However, to allow you to share your crazy stuff with us and the community, we're currently considering creating a dedicated section of the forums for pre-alpha testers to share feedback, post images and videos, and other related materials. It will be the only authorized place to do that to keep it as private as possible at the beginning. Please know we aren't doing this to hide any of the issues we expect in pre-alpha, but to help us better focus the feedback and reaction from those who are actively participating in the test to help us reach our true alpha goal more quickly. We know it's not ideal and that breaking the NDA will be very tempting, but we wanted to give you access to the game on September 30th to keep our promise and decided to trust you guys like you trust us every day. On a side note, as we're currently attending Gamescom, we won't be able to be as reactive as we usually try to be. So thank you for your patience and understanding. Nizeltar and I will try to answer your questions whenever possible. Thank you for your amazing support. We already have amazing help propositions from some of you to help us improve the game once it's live, and that matters a lot to us. So this is it. See you soon in Dual Universe. Cheers, the NovaQuark team. So, is that your opinion on the entire thing?
Yeah, it's too long. But can't they just say it in about a few words? Alpha delayed, pre-alpha instead, dedicated area in the forums, NDA, the end.
Okay, so I want to get your guys' opinions before I give mine. So Rocky, I'm gonna start with you since Cringey seems to be very tired. So Rocky, what's your opinion on this thing? I want your opinion on everything.
I can understand why they've set the alpha back. I mean, obviously, it's almost impossible to keep entirely to the deadlines that they set. But I can't think of a better way they could have handled this. To be honest, they've handled it in the best way possible, I think.
Cringey?
Well, I'd say it is a bit annoying that you won't be able to get the full alpha straight away as soon as they promised. But I think they're good. They're at least giving you something instead of nothing, which some companies won't give.
Yeah.
And at least then they're telling you that you won't be getting as much in advance, unlike a certain company that seems to like to say hello a lot.
Okay. Anyways, moving on from that low blow.
That was a dig at No Man's Sky, in case no one could tell.
I'm guessing, hopefully everyone here has the competence to understand that. I hope. But, let me give you my opinion on this whole thing. I am glad that NovaQuark has kept their promise of releasing it in September. Granted, the very last day of September, but September all the same. And I'm glad that they are being as open as they are. Unfortunately, I wish they would tell us really why they aren't ready to call this an alpha. Because, let's be honest, this is just straight up a postponement of alpha. We are getting pre-alpha, not alpha. So this is what it is. And while we are getting something, we are not getting alpha. So, you know, it'd be nice to know why they are giving us a pre-alpha instead of an alpha. Of course, they originally delayed it because they wanted to add in a bit more gameplay. Up until this morning, when I originally read this post of a person who tested the demo at Gamescom, I was kind of thinking like maybe they just the gameplay that they wanted to add in more and they just couldn't, or maybe there was problems or something like that. I thought maybe it was something with the server technology. You know, I don't know. Well, I didn't know. Up until this report that I just got, well, this report that I just read on the forums this morning, and I'm going to go into that. Well, actually, I'm going to go into it now. So, I was going to continue on, but, I mean, that gives kind of the reason why I think, you know, why I think they're delaying alpha, and, well, a possible reason, maybe, and basically, and also, I think that it'd just be better to keep everything same topic instead of going back and forth. So, basically, this guy who goes by the name of Cybercrunch, right? He is a Ruby founder, and he went to Gamescom. And basically, he got to try out the demo at NovaQuark's booth, and he also got to speak to JC. So, he goes through kind of talking about a lot of things, giving his honest opinion. At least I think this is pretty honest. He talks about, of course, the orbital mechanics, talking about flying in space, I'm guessing. Damaging system apparently that it's a little bit buggy. Functional parts get damaged on impact and are supposed to lose their function until they get repaired by hand. Currently tweaked as it's a little buggy. He talks a little bit about Lewis scripting, and this is kind of why I wish Pengo was here instead of sleeping his ass off. Thanks, Pengo.
You know he can't hear us.
I know, but maybe he has the ability to I don't know. He has the ability to hear us, and maybe this will, I don't know. I give up. But he asked JC if you could use an external IDE for programming and just copy the code into the game, and JC said in theory that you could. So that was one of Pengo's main things with Lua programming, if we could use an external IDE or if we'd have to use theirs. And there were a few other things he mentioned, like if there was a thing to catch errors in the code and everything like that. Then he also talked a little bit about the rendering, which I kind of found interesting, and I'm going to read that one out because, with rendering and stuff like that, with the server and everything like that, that's kind of important. So here's what he said. Okay, the game is not the prettiest rendering-wise. All vegetation and functional components get only rendered up to a certain distance, a few hundred meters to be exact. Then they get despawned. Also, the lighting and shadows are only active up to this distance. Further away, voxels get simplified a lot. I honestly don't care about the visuals that much, but I'll admit the space station looked kind of squashed from far away, but JC said they are working hard on improving the rendering. On the flip side, flying around was very smooth. In God mode, I flew to the moon of Alioth in 2 seconds without any noticeable frame drops. So it's good that, there's not any frame issues when he's flying around in space and everything like that. With rendering, I'm guessing that'll probably come with time, because I'm sure their game's not really optimized that much and everything like that, so they'll work on it. That's not too big of a thing, but still, at least we get a confirmation, we get a confirmation that frame drops aren't there aren't crazy frame drops when you're flying around and everything like that. But the one thing is that right down here, Devu asked if he got a chance to build and mine things. And he said here, where is it? Here. I did get to build a couple of constructs, which was actually the most buggy part of the game. I think this statement right here could very well be the reason why NovaQuark is postponing their alpha. Now, I'm probably going to go into a little bit of conspiracy theory mode here. Not crazy like Tin Hat, but you get what I mean. I mean, if he's telling the truth here, saying that building is one of the most buggy parts of Dual Universe right now, saying that it's very hard to build and it's not very fluid, after reading about this, and in this, he's saying, oh, I'd say their current building UI is the biggest weak spot of Dual Universe. I can kind of see why they'd want to postpone Alpha, because, looking at it, that's basically all that Alpha's going to be. That they've even said that. There's not going to be really any combat or any economy mechanics. It's basically going to be a lot of building. So if it's super buggy and it's not very easy to build, then no shit they want to postpone it. And again, it's good that I think that they did postpone it as long as they could. September 30th. But it is a little worrisome, I think, in a few ways, if that's actually being truthful. Of course, this is only one account. We don't have, so take it with as much grain of salt as you like. I'm sure things will get fixed. Have hope. I'm saying that, but it's just kind of interesting to kind of read this. I read this morning while I was, setting everything up for today's stream, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. So hopefully JC will, the entire development team at Nova Quark will work on fixing this if that's truly an issue, and we'll see what happens. But that was kind of the interesting thing for me when I read that. I don't know, what are your guys' opinions on it, Cringey, Rocky?
We have no opinions.
That's about
That it could very possibly be the reason they postponed it, in which case it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a very good idea. And the only thing is that I wish Nova Quark would have came out and said it instead of having to have a third party basically go in and say, hey, this is one of the problems. I wish Nova Quark would have said it if this is truly the reason, because I think people would have been understanding of that, like saying, hey, building's a bit buggy. We want to take time to try and fix it as best as we can before we release it to all of you. I think that would have been, I think the community would have been very understanding of that. And I implore Nova Quark to hopefully go through and kind of be a little bit, give a little bit more detail as to why they don't want to, why they are postponing it as the alpha, and I hope they do that eventually. So back to Nomad's forum posts now. Moving onward, let's talk a little bit about their NDA. Up until this morning when I read that, I was pretty against the NDA. I will admit, I was hoping to stream it, but there aren't any there are many unpredictable factors in game development. Having a very demanding community is a slippery slope. They have to be very careful as to what they say and do. That's very true, Dexio, but I think that, most of the people I think on here are pretty... let's be honest. If their entire community was a bunch of people saying, "Ew, this should be free to play. Ew, why is this subscription based? Ew, why aren't there mechs in the game?" Then I'd see why. But I think most of the people, at least, I hope most of the people.
Well, if everyone's saying that, they're in the damn wrong community.
Yeah, go back to Call of Duty. Moving onward. Another low blow.
We mean no offense to any COD players,
yes.
although we do mean a lot of offense to No Man's Sky players.
Not only that, they did mention that they might have an NDA, so telling exactly what's wrong with the game and showing gameplay and stuff would be a bit counterproductive. I could see why you'd say that, but I don't know. Yeah, I can kind of see why you'd say that, Dexio, but and that's why I said up until this morning when I found this out, when I found this forum post, I was very against the NDA. I wanted people, I was hoping that they'd be transparent. And now listening to this, I'm like, I can kind of see why they don't want to have why they want to have an NDA. And it seems like the NDA is a pretty huge talking point at the moment on the forums. There's a lot of forum posts saying that saying stuff like why is there an NDA? Is it going to be very enforced? Because I think a lot of people have. I think you're giving the community too much credit. There are plenty of people who that like to whine, and most are silent. Probably true, but I still have hope in the community. Kind of. Anyways, I think there's a lot of there's a common consensus in the community and from all the people that I've talked to, basically saying the NDA ain't gonna last because content from Dual Universe is gonna get leaked out, and regardless if they keep it, regardless if they police it or not. And to be honest, I think if Nova Quark do police it, they're going to be mainly focusing on the big content creators as of right now. So people like Yamamushi and, myself. I hate bringing up myself as a content creator because I'm shit, but let's be honest. I do these, so technically by default, I'm a content creator. Not a good one, but I'm a content creator for the community. So, so I'm guessing we'll be like people like us will be under a lot of scrutiny, to basically, keep silent. And I wish that wasn't so, because I think most of the people who will talk negatively about the game will be the ones who leak all the footage, and they basically will only leak all the bad stuff and, all the bugs and stuff, like saying, "Oh, this is super buggy, like, they don't want to show everything like that. Play COD instead." Like, oh god. But
again, we mean no offense to any COD players at all.
Let's be honest, we
Yes,
do.
we
Yeah, like, let's be honest here. But we'll see what happens. You never know. Blue Drake might come back, and he might come back and do more rage videos about fucking Dual Universe, because he's like. Did you ever see those videos when he did it early? Like, yeah, those were funny. I love those. I really hope. I just love the fact that NovaQuark like proved him wrong with his first thing. Like, remember when he first said that they were like imported models, those ships, and like they weren't really built at all?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I love when they first leaked that video and proved him wrong. I hope we can prove it wrong. Well, we proved him wrong with his Dual Universe Once pre-orders video, because we backed it and it's successful. We proved him wrong with that model thing with the ships. So hopefully we can prove him wrong with this game will actually work.
What's that other thing he said? The massive space station that they had above the planet. Like, they had all those light-coloured blocks on there. He said that they were trying to trick the community into thinking they were all windows and making it look bigger than it actually was.
Gotta love that shit. Anyways, so we'll see what happens. Of course, just because there's an NDA, I'm still gonna be playing it. I hope that with this forum section for everything, sorry about that. Got a text message. Where was I? I hope people really do submit a lot of content for the forum post, like the forum section for pre-alpha. Post images and videos. I assume that they also mean live stream it. I hope, because it would still be fun to at least live stream it and, show it off to, maybe a limited amount of people. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when we get closer to, pre-alpha launch, because we're still over a month away. And, maybe by then NovaQuark will be able to fix the things and maybe not give us an NDA, Who knows? We'll see what happens, and, until then, we'll only hope for the best. But we're still going to be right here making a bunch of live streams. Unfortunately, out of the 4 of us, I'm going to be the only one who has alpha access, because everyone else here is poor. So...
Don't speak down to me.
Peasant!
Alright, but yeah, I'm the only one here with alpha access, well, with this pre-alpha access, sorry. Pre-alpha.
No, just alpha access, full stop.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, unfortunately, if there is an NDA, Cringey Rocky, you're not going to be letting the know. You can go over and watch Blue Drake's videos about all the bad things,
Oh, I will.
I know, you're super sad. Don't worry. I'm sure there'll be plenty of leaks about it, and we'll see what happens. But you're not getting any information from me. I'm gonna if they do a freaking NDA, I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna be a good slave.
I'm gonna be a good boy.
I'm gonna.
If you don't give us information, we'll release the whole community your address.
I will kill you.
You don't even know his address.
Yes, we do.
I will kill
No.
you. All right. Anyways, moving on. Moving onward. This got personal very quickly. Where else were we at? So that's basically the whole thing with Gamescom and their pre-alpha. So let me close those tabs out because I don't need to talk about them. Next thing we're going to talk about is Cinderfall Syndicate because everyone enjoys them. We love those people at Cinderfall Syndicate. They're great and just a bunch of idiotic, no good. I mean, very friendly and very nice and very...
They're going to advertise our org.
Yeah, they're nice people. But the big story coming out of them, apart from their CSYN TV episode, which we'll get to, is that the Poolamoo Accords, which was basically the it wasn't really an alliance, but it was, well, in a way it was, but it was kind of like...
It was an accord.
Yes, it was an accord. Well, if I would have kept on reading the Poolamoo Accords, you know. Previously jointly established by Band of Outlaws and CSYN, has now been terminated after careful consideration. More details to follow soon on our Discord. So, except Sorner, yeah, they're we don't.
Yeah, but the thing is, nothing came out afterwards about it.
Yeah.
Well, at least at least if there was, I didn't see anything about it.
Yeah.
Probably blind.
If we go into CSYN announcements on their Discord, hold on, let me move this over here quickly. Haha. So the Poolamoo Accords between CSYN and Band of Outlaws have been terminated as of August 21st, 2017. Thus, the three clauses, namely open trade, open territory, and first outsource priority, are no longer in effect. Please note that CSYN maintains a neutral relationship with Band of Outlaws, and the termination of the Poolamoo Accords does not change that. We look forward to working with Band of Outlaws in the future. So, that was their official statement. They did talk about a few other things in private chats that that very few people have access to. So, don't mind that, Atlas. That's none of your concern. None of your concern. That's just a private chat room. So none of your concern. Anyways, there was so I'm not gonna go into it because of course it was in a private chat with the reasons. I'm sure someone else could probably fill it in, and I always get scared to go into, you know, Grand Assembly chats and stuff because I don't want to, you know, piss off anyone at CSYN. So, you know, ask someone from CSYN. Ask Astro why
Astro, why?
Astro, why?
Astro, get here now!
Jesus Christ.
Audio clip much.
So that was that whole story out of Band of Outlaws and CSYN. So I want your guys' opinions. Really, I mean, does this really change much of anything, do you guys think, in the future?
I've got no idea. I didn't even know they existed in the first place, so...
And this is our foreign affairs person.
It doesn't take anything for me at all.
This is the guy we put in charge of foreign affairs. This is great.
Hello!
What were you thinking?
The statement is the answer. Please don't poke our directors. Okay.
Oh, but that's fun.
We love to poke you guys. It's fun.
Dance for me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyways, I mean, to be honest, I think that the chance, I mean, Band of Outlaws and CSYN, I mean, Band of Outlaws are pirates. I mean, that's the...
Yaha, fiddle-dee-dee.
They're gonna kill you.
No.
You know that.
I know they will! That's a point for this.
You know, the Band of Outlaws is, of course, a pirate organization. So, I mean, more than likely, I mean, the chance for conflict will, of course, be higher, because they're pirates. They don't need to bow down to fucking authority. Fuck authority! And, you know, they'll just go around and do whatever the fuck they want. So, you know, we'll see. I'm gonna try my best. I mean, I have friends over at Band of Outlaws. I'm pretty sure we all do. So, you know, I'm gonna try and stay on their good side, you know. I mean, with Cringey sometimes it's hard, but what the fuck was that laugh?
I
It's
don't
never
know.
good when he does that.
I'm gonna try and stay on Band of Outlaws' good side in terms of organization relationships. So hopefully we'll be able to do that, and hopefully we'll be able to avoid conflict with any of those people over Band of Outlaws, our good old friends over there. Hold
I don't think we
on.
are going to
Another text
really have any
message.
conflict with the high ups and Bands of Outlaws.
Yeah,
It's the small people that I'm
it's
worried
gonna be the
about.
small. It's gonna be. I think if there are gonna be any conflicts, it's gonna be the people who really don't, you know, keep up. They're kind of more free roam people. They're just gonna kind of go around. They will steal Cringey's booty. Yes, they will.
No, if I steal it first.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone. I haven't eaten much today.
Neither have I. We've got stuff in cooking, so yeah.
Okay. We're just gonna go on. Move on.
This is going to be a long 25 minutes.
Anyways, so let's see. So that's basically the whole story on CSYN and Band of Outlaws. Their whole thing is done. So rip them. I'm guessing there will be open warfare.
Yeah. Fuck off, Cyber. Get off of this. This is only for TU. This is a TU stream.
Sorry.
Hello.
We only have one thing. Surprisingly, we only have one thing for Terran Union this week. It's believe it or not.
What
I know,
the
right?
fuck?
I
This
know,
is
right?
weird.
And it's only a promotional thing because we're in it. That's the only thing. There wouldn't have been any talk about Terran Union.
Correction. You're in it.
Well, me
We
and
were
Hengo.
meant to be in it,
Yeah.
but you were in it.
Yeah, you guys decided to go spend time with your family.
We didn't decide to. Our family turned up at our house.
Yeah, it's all
anyways,
their fault.
so speaking of Band of Outlaws, they got something going on here. They got a Band of Outlaws mass test for Alpha, which this was before their announcement. So now it'll be mass test for pre-Alpha, but, you know, good enough. And they call it Boom, because, you know, Boom is fun. So basically, this whole thing kind of outlines, like, basically they're gonna test some things. They're gonna do public tests, and I kind of like the idea because personally, if they get people together, you know, if they have a lot of people together, like they'll test it under a loaded environment. So basically, too long didn't read version is players organize mass test, narrated and guided by Band of Outlaws staff. 2 tests on the same day, 8 p.m. GMT +2 and GMT -6 for EU and US time zones. Unfortunately, that's going to probably have to change since pre-alpha isn't going to be open. And if they do want to do it for pre-alpha, well then. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention with the pre-alpha thing with, like, they said, of course, the servers aren't going to be open, and I kind of assumed that, even though I wish they would be open 24/7. They said that they're going to give people advance warning of when it will be up, like the servers. What is your guys' opinions on, like, how advanced of a warning do they need to give? What's your opinion on it?
A year.
How often are they
they're
planning
late.
on shutting them down? Like every day?
I'm
or...
sure it's probably going to be, like, for, like, at night and stuff like that. I don't know.
I think
The problem
as soon
is,
as they know that they're going to shut it down, they should let people know.
I think,
yeah, they
to
should.
be honest, I think they should create kind of like a Google spreadsheet, like of a calendar, and have every day, if like, give a time, and they should update it weekly. Like they should update it for the next week. At least that's my opinion. I think a week's notice would be good enough. And I hope they do give a week's notice, if not longer. So that's my opinion on it. So yeah. So hopefully this Band of Outlaws test will be fun. Anyone from Band of Outlaws who watches this, if you want someone to stream it and, you know, be in the middle of the clusterfuck and have
Don't choose glory.
fuck you. I'll be up for streaming it and just streaming the clusterfuck. If we like do a huge race, I'll take part in it. You know, I probably won't like announce that I'll be taking part of it, but I'll just kind of watch from the sidelines and maybe kind of get involved. Kind of. I don't know. I'll see what I do, but I'm one of those people who'd rather test things on his own. But oh well, I might take a part of it. You never know. So yeah, if they want me to stream things, you know, hit me up. You know, everything like that. Well, that's cool. I just realized that Shakure's profile picture is a GIF. You don't see many of those around here.
Gaff.
Shut up. But anyways, where was I? So that's basically this whole thing with Band of Outlaws mass testing. So hope all the best for you guys over Band of Outlaws, you know, with your mass testing. So last two things we're gonna talk about is a little bit of promotional things. This is gonna be a quick one. A lot of content in it, but you know, not anything really too like discussion promoting. First thing we're going to talk about is our friends over at the Terran Union invited us, specifically, well, they invited all of us, but me and Pengo went on to Terran Union's stream last week. We answered a lot of questions that people gave us. It was kind of a clusterfuck. It was funny overall. Zach was a little late. My mic quality picked up everything, so there was a bit of an echo through the entire stream because I didn't realize it was me. What else?
Even after it being obvious, it's you.
Yeah, like, well, okay. Shut up. All right.
Well, in the first what 5 minutes, you'd already slipped in a shameless self-promotion.
Well,
Within
yeah.
the first 15 minutes, yours made Coke choke to death. So.
Well, it wasn't even that funny of a joke, I thought. Like, what was...
I know, but you almost killed him.
Yeah, you murderer.
I slipped some Pepsi into his mug.
Yes, he's allergic to it.
But yeah, make sure you go over there, show them some love, subscribe to them, drop a like on it. You know, make sure you go over there, watch it. It's a lot of fun. Links to that are in the description below. The last thing that we're gonna talk about this week is our good friends over at Cinefall Syndicate also shouted us out. Well, they yeah, I guess you could call it a shout out, I guess. Basically on their newest episode of Cinderfall TV, which came out, they have more subscribers than us. Fuck them. Alright, anyways.
Fucking wankers.
Yeah, god damn it. How do they have more subscribers than us? They only uploaded 3 videos, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bastards.
We do this weekly. God damn it. Ugh. Pisses me off. Anyways. Moving onward from our jealousy.
Moving swiftly on.
Yes, moving onward from our jealousy of Cinderfall Syndicate. So they shouted us out during the middle of it. Where is it? No, not Bandit. Oh yeah, we cut off things from we cut off ties from GLSU apparently. We cut off ties from GLSU. God damn it.
Well done.
Shut up. Opium Federation. They talked a little bit about that. I was kind of surprised. Yeah, they shouted us out right here.
Yeah, because that's quite old news now.
That's
That's very old news.
No, I mean they cover the month, so I mean, I'm surprised that they even mentioned that, to be honest.
It was more than a month though.
Well,
Wasn't it?
it probably was, but they do one each month, so you know. Anyways, moving onward. So they shout us out there. So make sure if you didn't already, go over there, show them some love. Of course, subscribe. Don't, even though I don't suggest it because it'll boost their numbers even more. every 2 months.
Okay, I'm going to quickly go and unsub them.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Make sure you drop a like on their shit. I don't because they make us jealous. So, you know. But anyways, so yeah, there are some fun people over there. We love them, even though it might not be apparent all the time.
Yeah, and there's a guy that apparently fancies me over there.
Yeah.
Not apparently. He's expressed his
It's not
everlasting
a guy,
love.
It's the leader. So I mean.
Shush.
So kind of important. Did you take a look at the ads at the end of the video?
Yes, I did, and as usual, they're complete cancer.
They aren't complete cancer.
They are.
No, they aren't. They were good. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, they're good, but still cancer. It's a fact that they're cancer. If you say that they aren't cancer, then just you're stupid.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, make sure you go over there, give them some support. And there are a bunch of cool people over there, and Code does really good with the editing on this. Fancy Vader, he's okay. Secretly, they want to replace him though with me. Drama alert! Or wait, no, drama glort. Anyway.
Better. Well done. You got it right.
Shut up. They secretly want to replace Fancy Vader with me, cause
it's fake news.
Yep.
Yeah, fake news. Stop
fake
in CNN.
news. Fake news. All right. Anyways, what else? Fancy Vader does pretty good at it though. He's gotten better. I will admit. Like the first one that he did, he was you could definitely tell he was pretty awkward in it. These last two ones he's gotten a lot better. So good for him. Who was their writer again? I'm pretty sure it was Peregrine from Dual Universe Sleepers.
It says in the credits at the end, just before the advert.
But I couldn't remember his exact name. Like I know he's the guy from Dual Universe Sleepers. I just didn't know. You know.
Oh, and can I just complain at the writer that for one you said Pingu, not Pengo, or is that's probably Fancy Vader's mistake?
Yeah, that was Fancy Vader.
And then also you said that Buttclenchean in the confused voice instead of saying Cringey and Rocky.
Again, that was Fancy Vader's thing. He was.
Yeah, Fancy Vader. Stop being rude.
At least the confused voice. He was like, and butt clenches. That was funny.
You could definitely tell he was awkward about saying that.
He probably didn't actually read what he was meant to be, saying before that point, and he was taken aback by it.
See, I don't care. I don't have any I don't have any like freaking sanity or any dignity left. So I can say butt clenches easy. I don't care. I love it when people tell me to stop saying butt clench. It's like I don't care. It's what they are. I laughed when I first invited you guys into GLSU.
Yeah.
And then you guys actually accepted it, and I'm like, shit, I gotta do this now. And I'm like, fuck it. So that was
sorry.
So sorry.
Yeah. What was the story about you guys getting your name again? You want to explain this to the entire stream so people can understand?
Rocky, it's your story. I'm the latest one.
Okay, yeah. It was me and Squidgy. I think I was signing up for StarCraft or something like that. Whatever that game is, and I wanted a new username, so Squidgy being Squidgy suggested Buttclench, and then I added Rocky, so it all stemmed from there.
I know a slight extension to that. The name Buttclench comes from Squidgy's dad's World of Warcraft character. Yay!
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't Squidgy's father wasn't he like Lord Buttclench?
Yeah, he's Lord Buttclench. Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyways, so yeah, there's the story of how the butt clenches came to be. We got the triad of retards.
Is this what we're really trying to, you know, fill in with? Just we're creating content from how we became butt clenches.
No, I don't care about filling in. I knew this wasn't going to be an hour long completely. Like, I don't care at this point. I just decided, hey, you know.
Yeah, it's just like that one time where we're all pestering you about what GLSQ/U stands for, and then Rocky got it directly on what it stands for.
I know. And ever since
Glory
then,
Squad.
ever since then, I hate you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, there's not much else to add. One thing this week, if any of you guys don't follow GTA, GTA is going to be updating this week. They're going to be doing a huge update. So
this isn't Dual Universe. Stop talking about it now.
Shut up. It relates to
blasphemy.
It relates to live streaming for us. So this week, over the course of the week, hopefully I will be live streaming GTA, doing some gaming streams, everything like that. We'll see. Depends, because I'm kind of low on money, and my ways of making money were destroyed the other day.
Yes, all of the hackers were banned.
Did your neighbours' animals die or something? I don't know.
What?
No, don't worry.
What?
Oh no!
My neighbor's animals died. I don't talk to my neighbors, for one thing.
I know, but you like take care of their pets, don't you?
Yeah, but that wasn't the point. Never mind.
I thought they all died.
You weren't there. You
worry.
weren't there, for one thing. It was just Pango and Cringey, and we got fucked because frickin' there was a person frickin' controlling our ship, and we got fucked.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and of course,
I'm hungry. Low blood sugar does this to me.
Really? We didn't know. Pull up a picture of Rocky Buttclench. This is why. Fuck. Alright. Okay. I guess that's it for the week and discussion. So, let me switch back to the regular screen. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Will you guys do joint streams with other orgs in the future? Maybe.
No,
Sure.
we only care about TU because they're only they're the only nice guys in the community. Ha!
Okay then.
Just joking.
You've just undone all the diplomacy that Glory's just done with CSYA.
JK!
This is the guy who we put in charge of foreign affairs in our organization. Let's give a big round of applause for Cringey Buttclench.
Dear.
This is gonna be
What
great.
have you done? What have you done?
Rocky, I'm guessing your brother will last about 2 days once the game comes out, and then he's gonna get fired.
Yeah, he'll just become an angry Scotsman and swear at everyone.
Oi, you bastards! Come back here!
Maybe not a Scotsman.
Just an angry British guy. Anyways, well, that's about it. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Really helps get our content out there, even though YouTube loves to screw everyone over who does gaming videos anymore. But we still like to think that
This isn't gaming.
It is gaming.
It's a podcast.
You have a foreign affairs guy? Yes, we do have a foreign affairs
Yes,
guy.
he is called Cringey Buttclench, and Astrophil fancies him, sadly.
He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Well, I go on other Discords and...
You're just a lurker in other Discords. That's all that you are.
Well, I go onto other Discords and then mute them. I just get annoyed by all of the talking.
That's our fucking diplomacy strategy right here. Fucking.
Well, we asked him to restructure his department, and then all he did was put it on the spreadsheet that we created. We didn't actually do anything.
Why is there to even restructure in the department?
I don't know. Just make shit up.
This is fun.
Okay, we now have a guy that serves us pizza. There, the end. I've managed to
That would be an
restructure
improvement over what you've already got.
No, that would be a very
Now
good
see,
improvement.
this is
Nice.
this is what I use to fill time. Who clenched Cringey's butt? Who's Cringey?
Oi, it's Cringey, you mug. Spell it correctly. Thank you.
Oh dear. Okay. I think we filled enough time. We're 5 minutes under an hour, so we did good.
No, we need 5 more minutes of content. Quickly, hurry up. Piss off everyone in the community.
You want to come up with a story of how your butt was clenched?
Yes. Would you like to talk about how your butt was clenched?
You just dug yourself.
I went through a dark alleyway.
Okay.
I saw an old man called Jerry.
Okay.
He introduced himself. It turns out he likes, well, his username on gaming is VVV _ glory _ VVV. He then walked off.
Was this by any off chance, this story, was it fabricated by your mother?
No.
Yes.
There you go. Oh dear. I mean, people should know the story about their mother.
No, don't say it, please.
All we need to know is suspicious stuff went on. Let's leave it at that.
And now their mother thinks I'm a pedophile. So.
You are.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
You want the story on that, go watch one of our GTA streams that we originally did. There I explained the entire story about why their mother thinks I'm a pedophile. That was a funny thing. And
it turns out because it was all Cringey's fault.
Yeah, it really was. And anyway, all right, we got another minute of content. Congratulations to us. So yeah, we'll be back next
Back to the basement before we need to come out again.
Yep, back to the basement we go. Which stream exactly? It was one of the first. Yeah, it was one of the first GTA streams we did. So one of those two. It was probably like the first or second one. So figure it out. Have fun. Go watch them anyway. And we need views. Anywho, yeah. So like I said, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow us all on social media. All the links are below. Cringey and Rocky's links are below, to Cringey's YouTube and Twitter, and then to their org. All the topics that we discussed are, of course, linked below in the description. And yeah, that's about it. We will see you next week. Next week's going to be an annoying week for me, though, because I get to go back to high school. Yay! I definitely want to do that. Fuck, I want to kill myself. Anyways, so I'm sure... Okay.
You won't have a job anymore.
You really won't. Anyways, so yeah, next week will probably be a little bit more of a chill one because I'll be tired. Because this week's just gonna take the piss out of me. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. We will see you next week, same time as always, 1 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what other time that is. Is it 6 p.m. UK time? It is.
Yes.
And 7 p.m. usual European time. Frickin' what is it in the Pacific time? I think it's 10 a.m.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, who cares about the West Coast idiot?
Yeah, it has California, so it's bad.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.